guys, welcome to the team call. Monday nights, January 12th, first day of the challenge. It's exciting. We're going to keep this short tonight, just kind of go over some challenge questions if you guys have some, because I know there was some hiccups today, just a few, not as bad as last time, which is awesome. We're improving. But I'm going to have Troy start. I had a couple coaches ask me about some tax stuff. And I am not a tax person, but I happen to be married to a CPA. So I asked Troy if he would just be on and maybe give some tips, anything that he can share with you guys, just to kind of, tidy up 2014 or maybe just moving into 2015 if you're brand new or just thinking about the new year. Some ideas and some tips to help you out. So take it away, Troy.
Okay. First of all, I want to say taxes aren't bad. Taxes are good. But paying more than that you are required to pay, that is bad. So I had to put that out there because I work for the government, and if people didn't pay tax, I wouldn't get paid. So if this is your first year or you're relatively new, the most important thing you can do is keep a separate checking account. Keep your business completely separate from everything else. It'll make it much easier at the end of the year as you're trying to figure out your expenses for your business. Like if you have a separate checking account, everything that went through there, that's all business. You may wonder what types of things you can deduct. Generally, if it wasn't for your business, would you be spending the money? So if you're doing something business related, it's probably a business expense. So that's just kind of the general rule. If you're traveling, yes. If you're going to a convention, that's deductible. You use your cell phone for business. You also use it for personal. Consult your tax accountant. No, just kidding. Your cell phone is deductible. Your internet, depending on, there's a lot of gray area in taxes. So I can't say yes or no to every one of these things I'm saying, but these are things that can be deductible. Can be. I'm not saying that they are, because I don't want you to come back when you get audited and said, well, Troy said on that Zoom call that I could deduct this. No, I'm saying maybe it's deductible. So if you're incorporated, none of this applies. So if you're a sole proprietor, that's if you get paid and it's coming to you on your tax ID number and you use one area of your house for your business, you could have an home office deduction. So, which you can deduct some of your utilities and things like that. So that's something to look into. The IRS has a really cool website called irs.gov. And if you go in there to the publications and put small business publications, it'll come up with a whole list that you can read, and it gets very detailed. You want me to get any more specific, hon?
No, Troy's a rule follower, and he follows all the rules all the time, which is why he's not my accountant, because I really don't like to follow all the rules. So for our marriage, he is not my accountant, but he does know the rules. So if you have any questions, you can ask him, and he'll tell you what the right way to do it is. I agree, Mary. IRS.gov sounds like a really fun site to go to. I don't know. Does anybody have any questions? I just had a couple coaches, so I wanted to try to throw out some things, and we'd record it.
And one other thing I'd like to say is, as your business grows and as you start making more money, it's probably a very good idea to talk to someone. If you do your taxes yourself, and to go to talk to someone who does it for a living, because they will help you only pay what you're required to pay.
And they know how to look for the red flags of what's considered like a red flag, so you don't get audited and things like that. But if you're brand new, don't get scared about all that. Just keep track. Like if you buy toner for your printer, that's deductible. If you buy a printer paper, that's deductible. Your planner for the year that you guys all bought, that's deductible. Just things like that. Think about what you do for your business, and most likely it will be deductible, like what he said.
And don't forget your mileage when you're driving to talk to people, or if you have clients at work and you drive to work, that's deductible.
Mm-hmm. Meet a client for lunch, coffee, or just a potential, a connection. Just keep all your receipts, basically. Be organized with that. Just keep them. And write down what you did on that receipt so you remember. That's good. Crystal clear? No questions? You don't want to have a government class? Oh, Cheryl has a question.
I do have one, because I paid for the plane ticket for the convention, or the
Risk event?
the FISC event, but I paid for it in 2014, but the event is in 2015. So since I paid for it in 14, it goes on that income tax, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Good question. Anyone else? Okay. Y'all got it? Okay, moving on. That was boring, but it had to be done. Just kidding.
That
Good
was the
job,
most exciting portion of any Zoom call ever.
Good job. Okay, challenge. What questions do we have to challenge? I know something that came up today. I don't know how, if you guys have been on today or not, but there were some people getting double points for things. I emailed them about that. I just click on that support and contact us thing, and I emailed them. They got right back to me today and said that, yes, they were aware of that. They were taking care of that today. If any of your teammates need their points adjusted, they need to let the Meltdown Challenge people know. They're corrected now, but anybody that got bonus points, if they're honest, they will contact them and let them know that they got the extra points. So it's kind of on them. So that was an oops today. And then the other thing that I emailed them about was the Coach Corner, because it wasn't running today for me. And so I asked them about that, and they said, yes, we had to put that on hold because we had other hiccups that we weren't ready for, and we had to work on those first. So the Coach Corner should be up in the next day or two, is what they told me. So it's coming. And I don't see a place for it on the app. I don't know if that'll show up, but I don't see a place for it on the app. I only see it on the computer. So that might be the only place you can see. But if you check Coach Corner, that's going to be where it helps you with what to post. And so try to post, to your room daily, just something, grab a picture, do a little motivational quote, ask them to introduce themselves, just something to try to get them going. And I would encourage your team to, like when you talk to them, encourage them to post. They are going to get points for it anyway. But encourage them to post, because that, if one will start, then somebody will follow. It's just that getting that first person to get started. So, okay, what are you guys' questions about what's happening with the challenge so far?
Good question.
Uh-huh.
On the mobile app, for instance, when I clicked the daily reading, I got a message that said, sorry, because of its privacy settings, this video cannot be played here. And then it gave a http player.vimeo.com. I don't know what that means. If it means I have a setting that needs to be changed or they have a setting. I had a client who said she was already frustrated the first day because her, the app was doing that for everything she clicked on. So I didn't know if anybody else had that experience or. Now, when I went to the computer, I was, good to go. It popped right up. But anybody know what that means? I don't know what that means. Sorry.
No, I'm assuming it's on their end. It's probably not a setting for you because it's an app. So I'm assuming it's just on their end. And I know some things that I checked this morning that weren't working. When I checked it later today, it was working. So just those small little things that, day one, that we're finding out and they're getting notice of, and then they go correct it. So hopefully tell her not to get frustrated. There's so many points, you guys. It's crazy, right?
Yes.
So many points. So if they miss a day, where they can't log in, it's going to be okay. Like they're not going to be behind much.
She said she couldn't see it, but then it said she had, and she got points for it, but she never saw anything.
Okay. Again, I'm sure they're working on it. That's all I can say is, and if you want to, you can contact them through that thing, that contact us button.
I already sent a note about that one, Pam, because I was having that problem with my app too. And I've had a couple people contact me that have been frustrated, and I've just been like, there are thousands of people joining us right now, and the first few days it can be a little bit hit and miss because there are thousands, and I put that in all capital letters, of people, participating in these challenges. So,
right. Okay.
Yeah, I did email about that one though.
Did you hear back yet or no? No? Okay. They're pretty quick about it. Hopefully they'll get back soon, but I'm sure they're working like crazy. I've worked with Aaron a little bit. He's the challenge guru guy, and he doesn't want to look bad. Let me just put it that way. Like, he's on it. He wants it to run smoothly. So the other thing too, I asked about this was, can we merge teams? So let's say you have a team and you don't make the 10, in your team, and you'd like to join. You can merge teams again this time, but I'd have you hang on just for a little bit. I don't think we have to actually merge them, or we have until the 25th, which is the last day people can join. That's the hard cutoff. So when people join late, their points will be prorated. So they won't have to earn as many, but they will be at a disadvantage if they choose to lose the 6%. They'll have less time to do that, but their points will be prorated. So at that cutoff date of the 25th, that would be the last day, as of what I know now, that we can merge teams. So if you are in that predicament or whatever, you don't have a big enough team and you want to merge, let us know, because then we can move you. And we want to move to, you want to move with your mentor coach or with your sponsor coach. You don't want to move like Katie and Pam. We're not going to put you guys together. We'd put Pam with Alicia and Katie come with me. That makes sense. We're not going to do cousins or anything like that. You're going to go with your sponsor, just to kind of keep it simple. But we can do that.
Oh, Christy, I have a question, and I can email them this as well, but when I look tonight, I have a Kelly Ebenkamp on my team. I have no idea who that is. She's not a connection or a client or anybody I've talked to or I'm friends with on Facebook. Should I just...
Okay. Well, here's what could happen. What I would do if that was me, if I have a stranger in my room, I'm going to go to view team. You can view who invited them if you look at their information, and you'll be able to see that. So if it says you invited them, then obviously if you don't know this person, I'd reach out to that person first, because maybe they got it from a friend of a friend of a friend. You don't know.
Well, that's true. But when you say view team, well, I guess I can try it on the computer. Nothing's. I just have their points and their email on view team. Am I not
on your computer? I know it does show like everything. Okay. If they weighed in, who invited them, all that stuff.
Okay.
If you look there, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Good question. Any other questions? Anybody don't want to share anything fun they posted today? I haven't posted them on my wall yet. What should I post? No one? Come on. Angie, I know you're creative. What did you post?
Okay, it wasn't very creative, but I posted, you're right. I just posted a welcome that I was excited it started, and to not get overwhelmed when you see all the points, or when you see that long box on the right, that, and I talked about you need 60% to try to do everything in the beginning, and then find the things that really are helping you hit healthy habits and focus on those things, to not get overwhelmed, take a deep breath. We're all going to do this together. So I did kind of talk about that because a few people I talked to sideline were like, oh my gosh, this is scary. So I did kind of a calm down post for my first one.
I love it. That's a great idea. That's a good idea. See, I knew you had something good. Okay. Anyone else? Any concerns about the challenge? Excitement you want to share? Okay, whether your team is small or huge, just have fun with it, okay? Engage them. Oh, I know, Ladera asked on Dreamweavers about a Zoom call or a team call, for all your members of your team are gonna get 40 points possible per week for talking to their coach. And that is calling you, leaving you a voicemail, or being on like a Zoom call. So we did away with the Zoom feature this time, and it's been told to me that the globals get to facilitate the calls, and then everyone can join, and so we get a bigger team on the call. So I have no idea what day that's going to be yet or when I'm going to do that, but I will post that, and then you can all invite your teams, and I want you there too if you can be. Don't just send your team. Please come and join and come with your team, because they're going to be more apt to, just like Shape Up. If they see you there, they're going to be more apt to come and talk and feel welcome. So same thing there. But I will do that, and we'll do those. Try to do those probably weekly. I'll wait probably either at the end of this week or the beginning of the next. Let everybody get kind of settled into the routine. And then just kind of do a welcome Zoom to welcome everyone. But if they get on that Zoom, that also counts for their 40 points. So if there's any question there, you can let them know that too. So, okay, good.
Okay, wait, I have a question. I have one.
Yes.
Okay, but I didn't want to ask you because I'm afraid you're not going to have the right answer. So you need to answer the right way.
Okay.
Is there an age limit? I have a rather young person that ended up adding to my challenge. Do they have to be 18? Is it okay?
They have to be 18.
Okay, so now what do I do?
That's a good question. That would be something that I would have you contact the Meltdown people.
Okay.
Because I think on the last one I had a teenager that wanted to join, and they could. The thing is, we can't pay them. There's some law there where we can't pay them. They can't win the money or something. So they can participate but not win, or they could do it like under a parent's name.
Okay.
And then they could win.
Okay. Well, they already showed up, so they've already been through. All of a sudden, I see this person's name on, and he's a freshman in high school who's a health nut and a wrestler and wants to eat right. And is doing it for his mom. So it's really heartwarming, but I thought, ooh, I don't know about that. So I hesitated to ask because I kind of knew the answer.
Right. I would contact the Meltdown people and just see what they say. I mean, if he doesn't fit the age group, do we have to say how old we are?
The mom said that they were maybe going to do it. She said didn't ask the year of the birth date. And our stuff is kind of rolled over from other challenges, so I don't remember what you have to type in. But she said it didn't ask a year, so it must be fine. And before I could even ask anyone about it, he's shown up on my team. So I thought, do I just keep quiet? But
well, you can ask, and then if you don't get the right answer, maybe you just keep quiet. I don't know.
Okay.
Again, see, I don't always like to play by the rules. Like whatever.
I know. I wasn't going to ask you.
That's how. Don't ask Troy. He's going to tell you no. I don't know.
I could put a sticky note over Troy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if he's that gung ho,
I know.
I
don't want to say anything.
Tell him no. Exactly. So that's my answer.
Okay.
And it's recorded.
Nice. I should have waited.
That's okay. That's good. Good question. Good. Any other questions? Okay. Well, thanks for being on tonight. I hope this was helpful. Any other last tax questions that you thought of? Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Good to see all your faces. And have fun with the challenge. And again, may the odds be ever in our favor that all the glitches are fixed. It's smooth sailing. Okay. Bye, guys.